guys, actually here, I was going to say, please sign back to another video. I thought since I made my so-called life rant, I'll just get my other review out of the way. Another teen drama show that I want to talk about that I think is very massively underrated is East Falls High. It was actually a teen drama show on Hulu, so that's probably why a lot of people don't know what it is. It is very, very good. The first 3 seasons are absolutely great. I think the thing that held this show back was that terrible 4th season. It did not flush out any of the storylines that season 3 set up well. And I think another thing too with this season is that, with the show, however, is that it had only 23 minutes to really flesh out everything. And I think it did its best with what it had, but it would have been nice if the show could have been a little bit longer, but I guess probably not, because it didn't really have a lot of characters. Like, each season a new bunch of characters would come in, and only a handful of them would get their storylines. I think season 1 was a really good season. For it to only have 23 episodes, it did not. Season 1 was really good. We got the love triangle with Jacob, Maya, and Jesse. Ceci is pregnant. Vanessa makes a bet with this guy Christian to take Jesse's virginity. Oh my god, season 1 was really good. Everything with Maya, her whole character in season 1 was so good. Wanted to know who her dad was, and her mother, being pretty much a stripper and like not being there. She was with some drug dealer. He essayed Maya. Sorry, I don't want to say he essayed Maya. Maya ran away, and he was trying to find her. She stole his cocaine and sold it for money. She got the job at the taco place, and then that's when her and Jacob, they started booting up, and they had really great chemistry. Her and Jacob, they had really, really great chemistry. Him and Jesse had no chemistry. Jesse had more chemistry with that guy Christian, and I feel like if things were different, if the storyline was not about a bet on taking her virginity, I honestly would have had loved to see them as a couple, because they really had chemistry. Her first time with him was really awkward. She obviously did not like it, and then she got pregnant, and then her mom had breast cancer. Her mom died from breast cancer. I think she took towards the end of this season 1, she terminated the pregnancy, and they were all in that season. They were all seniors, but Jesse is not here no more. But Maya and Jacob were in season 2 along with Ceci. And Ceci, I loved her pregnancy journey in season 1. Her getting pregnant by some loser Abe and him living with his mama. At least he still got a job, but like he's a loser. Like he's a loser. Her get pregnant by Abe. He's not really there for her, so she had to live in a shelter. And then she met Pedro, which we'll talk about in season 2. And I did like Ceci. Season 1 was really, really good. I did like season 1. Season 2, season 2 was so good. Season 2, we get another love triangle between Camila, Jocelyn, I think that's her friend name, and her brother. What is his name? Damn, I don't remember her fucking brother name. Was it Chris? I think that was his name. I don't remember it. But we get that little triangle. Camila hooks up with her friend Jocelyn. They hook up a few times, but the whole time Jocelyn was in love with Camila. It wasn't just about like hooking up. It was really like she does care about her. Camila was playing with her feelings, and personally, they had the better chemistry over her and her brother. Camila and her brother, they had chemistry, but I really didn't see it going anywhere. I feel like Camila used him a little bit to keep it as a distraction because she did have feelings for his sister. I think she might have been bi, but she said she wasn't. But it's like, okay, then what are you? You just hooking up with girls for fun? Who does that? What are you? What kind of person does that? You don't hook up with... Well, she did only hook up with her friends. She never did anything like this with other girls, but it's like, still, it is like a eye opener and like questioning, like, okay, are you experimenting? Like, what are you doing? And like she told her, I think you are bi, you're just afraid to admit it. And she said, I'm not no lesbian stuff, but don't try to. She said it was fun, but she said don't try to make a big deal out of it. What? I told you that I love you and I care about you, and you told me that it was just fun? No, Justin definitely did the best thing by keeping her distance from Camila. She was drama. Whenever she was in a relationship, it was always drama. Literally, almost always drama. I love Camila's storyline with her dad. You know about she suffered some childhood trauma with her dad. That was good. I love that their mom decided to get it fixed up, just be there more for her daughters, and I did like that her mom decided to stay home and create a better bond with her daughters and start working. And then she eventually got married to Jacob's dad, which was good. Her sister Gina, I think Gina was okay. I was trying to find a way to her storyline with her boyfriend. I don't remember his name. I think it was Diego. Um, it was entertaining, but I just felt like it went on for way too long. Like him cheating on her with the girl Tiffany, like it just went on for way too long, and like it was entertaining, but it wasn't that interesting. It went on for way too long, way too long. Like him and the girl Tiffany were still hooking up after the homecoming episode, and like it was just like Jesus. Like, is she gonna find out sooner? Like, Jesus. She don't find out until the girl Tiffany exposes pictures that she took with them in bed together. After Shirley Gators got her virginity, it was just like, oh my God. Like, it took her way too long to find out that he was cheating. Way too long. Way too long in my opinion. Way too long. Gina's okay. I liked her relationship with Eddie, but I felt like she didn't really get no storylines. I feel like the season 2 thing was really her only storyline, because she didn't really get nothing in season 3 or 4. She was just dating Eddie, really. Um, Jacob and Maya, I want to talk about them. I feel like to me, Jacob and Maya, they did nothing in season 2. They did nothing. They were kind of there. Maya was going to chef school, and Diego he just so insecure about his future. The relationship kind of stopped being focused. Like, I wasn't seeing the chemistry that I saw in season 1. Like, their relationship was just not getting enough screen time in season 2. When Maya did leave, it was like, okay, so what's next for Jacob? They did nothing with him. Nothing. Besides him and Ceci having interactions. I'm thinking like, okay, so you talk about he don't know what his future is, so then what is it? We need to get a storyline with him. That's what I'm saying. I know sometimes that they did their best with the 22 minutes, but like I'm saying, some stuff just did not get flushed out because of the limited 22 minutes. And then they only did 13 episodes for season 2 and 3. So they chopped it down after season 1, because I think season 1 had like 23 episodes, and they all were good. But I feel like they didn't give really Jacob no real character development. Like, he's just a football coach. He works at the family restaurant. But it's like, okay, what's your future? What's your future? Maya, she went to chef school. She wants to be a chef because she loves cooking. She found a passion. But Jacob, we don't know what his passion is, and he never figures it out. So yeah, Jacob and Maya, to me, I feel like they were just kind of there, really, in season 2. But let's talk about Ceci, because Ceci had the best storyline in season 2. Her domestic abuse storyline with Pedro was absolutely great. It was really good. I loved it from top to bottom. Even though a lot of the scenes were very hard to watch, I would say the scene that's probably like the hardest to watch was when it was right after he wanted to have kids, and then he went through her bag and he found out that she took a plan B after they had sex. And he was like, you don't want to have kids. He talked about all you do is lie. And he said, I know you're giving it to Jacob. That's why you don't want to give me a child. And she said, that's not what this is about. And then he said that I pay the bills. He said, I take care of that little shit in there. Like, he insulted her daughter, so she slapped him. He pushed her up against the wall. He dragged her by her hair he dragged her by her hair into the room, and he was punching her. And like, you could hear it. We didn't see it, but I could hear it. That scene was very intense. Very good acting by both of them, except for the guy Pedro. He definitely had me convinced with his acting, and like, it was just a really great eye opener on like how pretty much domestic abuse can happen in any shape or form, and like pretty much how the abuser, how they use their abusing ways onto women, or women and women, or men and men, because domestic abuse could come in any shape, size, or form, race. It does not matter. It was very interesting, and I love that she did eventually get away from him. It took time. She didn't leave him until season 3, but I was great because Ceci is my favorite character in this entire show. I love Ceci. So yeah, that was pretty much the storylines really in season 2. The love triangle between Camila, Jocelyn, and I can't remember her brother name. I think it's Chris. And the stuff with I'm sorry. The stuff with Ceci and the stuff with Jacob and Maya, really, that was kind of like the really big stuff really in season 2. Oh no, and the storyline with Gina, that was the storyline too, but I just feel like it went on for way too long. And like, the girl Tiffany said she might have been pregnant. That went nowhere. Like, we don't even know if she's pregnant or not. That went nowhere. So season 3, I'm not gonna talk about season 4 because I really did not care for it. I never finished it. I started it, and then my sister finished it, and then she told me what happened, and then I was like, oh, okay, so that was season 4. I don't care. In season 3, Ceci, she leaves Pedro because he put his hands on her for the final time, and she said that was it, which is period. Her and Jacob, their build up kind of started really in like, no, their build up started in season 3, not 2, but they were having more interactions in season 2. I'm gonna say this right now. Ceci and Jacob were robbed. I feel like the writers screwed them over when Maya came back, which I just felt like, what was the reason? Maya didn't do anything in season 4. Her and Jacob slept together in season 4, which was stupid, and then him and Ceci don't even get a second chance. And season 4, she breaks up with him. I hated that because him and Ceci, they were robbed. They had chemistry, and I would have loved to see that get fleshed out more, and they did nothing with it. She gets away from him. Her and Jacob, they have their little mini build up. She's a dance coach. She decides to co-ed her dance team with males and females, and it was good. Pedro was stalking her. He stalking her. She put a restraining order on him. He still won't leave her alone. He, to the point where he pretends to date one of the girls that she went to school with, Vanessa, to get closer to Ceci. He managed to sneak into her house. He almost tried to, essay her. And then Jacob came in there. He beat his ass, and then he went to jail. And that was the end of that storyline with Pedro. It was good. I loved it. I can't complain about it. I'm trying to remember. Season 3, Jocelyn has disappeared. Her boyfriend catches Camila and his sister over there and have sex, and then he gets in trouble because I didn't even mention it. In season 2, he was working for the music company, but it was just it wasn't even about music. They were smuggling drugs, cocaine, and Nick, that's his name, Nick. His name is Nicholas. It just came to me. So Nicholas gets in trouble smuggling drugs, so he has to serve time in juvie. And he tells Camila that the only way they'll get off his back is if she starts working with them to smuggle drugs. So she meets this guy. I never remember his name. This relationship happened so fast. They had zero chemistry. He literally pointed a gun at Nicholas and said he's going to kill him right in front of her. And she dates him. Like, what? Finds out he has a whole kid. Like, sorry, I ain't looking. He has a whole child. Like, he has so much stuff going on. Like, and like, they had no chemistry. Like, they had like no convincing chemistry to me. All of it happened in like a span of like a whole season. Like it would have been nice to see that get flushed out just a little bit more, and it wasn't. Um, in season 3, we begin the little mini build between Eddie and Gina. Their relationship, I really didn't care for that. Now I'm looking back at it, I didn't care for. Like, they didn't really do much with Gina. I feel like it was just like her and Eddie were dating. You know, Eddie, his mom was sick, and you know he's trying to raise funds for our hospital bills. But his mom left to go to Mexico so her family could take care of her because she has breast cancer, and they have the medical stuff that she needs down in Mexico because she won't get it here in the States because she is an immigrant. She does not have a green card. She won't get it. So he went there to go. He went back to Mexico to go get her. Um, they were. He went through. It was like racism stuff going on with like immigration. The police, they assumed that he was an immigrant, so they put him in like immigrant station. And you know, Gina and them, they protested on it and everything. Like it was good. Like this show, if I didn't mention it, it's like a Latino based show, which I really love. People talk so much about what they what is the word? People talk so much about, you know, representing. I'll just say that because I can't think of the other word. Representing the cultures, and I feel like when it comes to that, it's always about black people. And even though I'm black, it's always about how they want things to be represented. It's like there's so many other races and cultures out there, but we're so concerned and self-centered about us getting represented that we're not even thinking about other people, like Asians, Chinese, Japanese, Latinos, Mexicans, Cuba. These people also getting represented. It's not just all about us all the time and black people. I think sometimes the black people make it, the black culture, they make it really all about them and how they want to be represented, that they don't consider other cultures. Like the Samoan culture. Like I feel like right now that is starting to be more in the culture. Like people are making more movies about it. Like it would be nice to see like a sitcom focusing strictly on the Samoan culture. I love that. The Rock, he's got his own stuff. Like Roman Reigns, he'll be soon there. It was just interesting to see that. To me, like I just thought it was great that they were representing their culture. But yeah, that's pretty much season 3. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Maya comes back for absolutely no reason, and it was stupid. Like I said, I couldn't really tell you much about season 4. The only things I remember about season 4 is that Camila, the boy that she was dating, he went to jail for something, and she was pregnant. She didn't tell him. She terminated the pregnancy. He found out, and then like they were good. He was like, "Oh, will she tell him about it?" It was like it was all good, and cause I like and the sexy and stuff. Like that's the only thing I remember. Other than that, I don't remember a damn thing about season 4. But to me, I think what people are probably wanting to talk about is why I think it's underrated, because it's really good. I feel like what makes it underrated is that it does have its topics about certain stuff, and like I think this is a show that you could take more seriously. Like unlike shows like Euphoria, I'm gonna keep saying it, I can't take that show seriously. It's trying to manipulate me into thinking that they are talking about important things, but they're really not. It's just a glamorized show talking about stupid stuff. Unlike shows like My So-Called Life and East High, they're actually giving us a chance to digest some of these topics that they're giving us, like essay, like domestic abuse, like childhood abuse, immigration, protesting, teen pregnancy, things like that. Like these things are handled a lot more maturely in these shows than Euphoria. And I definitely like this show a lot. It's going to be on certain characters that you're going to care about if you do watch it. And I think it's just really underrated. I had a fun time enjoying it. Whenever I need some drama to watch, I always go to it. And that's just how I feel personally about it. Like I said, not really a long rant. Didn't really have much to say because it's only 4 seasons and the episodes are very limited. But even though the episodes were not that, it wasn't a lot of episodes, and the episodes themselves were not 45 minutes long, it was still a good season. still a good show, and I did enjoy the first 3 seasons because they were really, really good. And what are the things that this show was like missing on? Yes, I wish it would have got more episodes. I wish the episodes were longer. And I think the one thing this show definitely was missing was a convincing love story to get behind. They had that with Maya and Jacob, and then in season 2 they got no focus. And I think they tried to do that with Ceci and Jacob. They dropped that, and then there really wasn't no real love story to be like, no, not just one love story, but love stories in general to really get behind. But yeah, that was my review, and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.